class seating. They were so proud of their first class seating. And we would like to thank the Silver Lake students for being here. Silver Lake students, just a note to all of you. This is a very intense performance for our students, your friends, your friends. The appropriate response is applause, and that is the only acceptable and appropriate response. So make sure that you are supporting the people who have been courageous enough to stand up and get on the theater and do a production of which the school can be proud. Today is really our dress rehearsal. If something goes terribly awry, we may have to stop, and that's always really interesting when that happens. I've attended a lot of these in professional theater too. Usually the last performances they give are dress rehearsals, and then you get to see, I always like it when something goes wrong, because then you can see what's happening backstage and how they solve problems. And shows are about solving problems. Sometimes on the fly, very fast, and very panic-stricken. So please be kind and generous in your thought process and your response to your fellow students. And know that we are still in the process of finishing this up. These are the last 2 dress rehearsals before we open tomorrow night. So I encourage you to enjoy the show and watch your peers do something that takes a lot of guts and a lot of talent, and it's a lot of fun. So welcome to Mary Poppins Jr.
I've said my say and I am done. Done with this house forever. Good day to you, Mrs. Banks.
Well, good riddance then, and mind you not stumble on the way out.
Wherever's she going? She hasn't left us. Oh dear, what on earth am I going to say to Mr. Banks?
Say to Mr. Banks about what? What is all this commotion? Winifred, what do I always say? Let's talk that time. He goes back up to the strip ball, the children, the servants, all your domain. First I'm in the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Coach, Winifred, you've detained 6 nannies in the last 4 months. They've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should go, a nanny should, a nanny is a paragon who suffers a rule. A nanny's a stalwart, our children would need. By now such a nanny
advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't yet placed the advertisement.
Yes, well, now, let's see. A cheery disposition. I am rarely cross. Plays games all sorts. I'm sure the children will find my games extremely diverting. Take us on outings, give us treats. I believe a daily walk is good for the constitution. Treats, however, must be limited for health.
Michael, it's your advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
None at all.
I'm glad to hear it. I say, are you all right?
What? What? Oh, yes, quite. But bring it up with Miss Banks. She manages all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give references.
Oh, I see.
Passing to the children now.
Here they are. I think you'll find them very nice children, Miss.
Poppins, Mary Poppins.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Thank you, I've always liked it. Jane, don't stare. And Michael, close your mouth, we're not a codfish. That's what one, Smithport.
Mrs. Brill, Ruby, we have a new nanny.
She passed her interview then.
I did.
A very tight nursery. I must say, tighter than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
Me, I am. I like to keep things neat.
Do you indeed? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Now, first things first. I always say the proper place to hang the hat is on the hat stand.
There's nothing in it. We better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky. Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made a list?
Your list? Not an item in the weekly shop, thank you very much.
But how did you come? It was as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over here. Just as I thought, a noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome little...
Now, you're thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see. What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
Hopes.
When we made
You're practically perfect. Think your way.
that type.
Each trait is great and pitifully so. I'm practically perfect. If I have both, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Now, perhaps you have any questions?
Not temperamental, not crunchy or
The
rough.
very thought.
She stays under when that feeling gets tough.
Quite the contrary.
Did you read stories without coughing fast?
I'd like to be helpful.
I'd like to be rich, but destiny may found otherwise.
Mother wants in the drawing room. She said to tell us and I what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind, honest.
All right, I will give you one task and one task only. Put the icing tools next to the cake. Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome wasn't a pleasure
for is compared to my life in this house.
Michael, why don't we make the icing? Because we don't know how? Don't be so feeble. Get the eggs and flour. Are there eggs in icing? There are in mine. Robert and I, bring me the cake.
Oh, hi.
Mrs. Brill, go up and get ready now.
What have you done? Robert tonight. Oh dear, should I call a doctor? I don't think that would be necessary, ma'am.
Children, you know how important my potty is. You serve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But we don't live. I'm going to take it and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Oh,
But it's strawberry ice.
now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
And I'm not sure I care. Open.
Lime cordial.
Now, Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
I told you she was tricky. Must be. Cat Robert and I do it when he wakes up. He is a servant, after all.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. Fine, fun, and snap. The job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. I hope a spring, it's very clear to see that our spoon for sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down.
Making money out of money, is that enough?
Herr Banks, are you man enough to be a banker?
Have you come to your decision, Mr. Banks? There's a town of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year is out. Please, Mr. Banks, I'll give it everything I've got.
I believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I've tried to find a way, but how can I be sure the money will be safe?
What about my workforce? They'll make it safe. My men have dreams to earn an honest living. A wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it pays the way. I promise we'd repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but
Hello, Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done, and no man should be too busy for his own children. What have you come for, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
Well, I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good, may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
When I was a little boy, I never dared interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course. And my nanny, Miss Andrews, kept me out of my father's way.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Then who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrews?
Certainly not. Don't need time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense.
Oh, Daddy. When you invest the bank's money, what are you looking for, Daddy? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose I should say a good idea. But a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea when you see one.
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Herr Banks.
Oh, man with dreams that life hasn't broken. Oh, man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. Oh, man, you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly could the new factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey's older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, to Alexander before he went so great.
That's impossible.
Anything can happen if you let it.
Well, if it isn't Mary Poppins. With Jane, Aunt Michael Banks. She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks. Your father? He used to give his nanny to something come to my shop here in secret. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an out of conversations.
I'm out of conversations, and I'm right out of words too. I do have some letters.
Now, let's see what words we can make.
Ventuplex.
Lapatiferous.
Those don't count. You made them up.
And where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can always use the same letter more than once. Now, let me see. Super, calip, fragilistic, XP, alidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word, unless I'm very much mistaken. I think it's a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself as a shaping point absurd, trying to make the experts find a common word. Spontaneity keeps conversation key. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilistic expialidocious. so early. Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong. After I refused to loan the bank's money to some German chap, he went to our chief rivals. They gave him the money, now it looks like it's set to be a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. If you say it loud, then it's something quite atrocious. If you say it
That is more than loud enough! Go to your room! Mary Poppins, you are here to teach the children manners and just look at them!
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, perhaps you could keep the children occupied in the nursery tonight.
That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and wears shit up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten. I hate him.
Jane, take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George, if you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry, you will. I've been suspended without salary until the bank decides what to do with me.
And turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick. 'Cause if no wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, chimney, chim chimney.
Why does Daddy always get so cross? Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe. But have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose?
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
I don't want to be an upside down family. I wish I could just run away. Then why don't you? But you miss me. No, I wouldn't.
That's all you two know to bed at once.
Mama and Poppins, why won't you just leave us alone?
Be careful of the things you wish for.
Oh, I'm sick and tired of your stupid sayings and all your stupid games.
Just get into bed.
Well, I won't go to bed and you can't make me.
And that, as in so many things,
Your information.
is faulty. Playing the game, having fun. Those who won't play, shan't play at all. Will we meet again? Maybe when they've learned to play the game.
When the smoke is all billowed and curled, leaving little stars is no chimney sweep's world. There's hardly no day, no hardly no night. There's things off in shadow enough for you light. The rooftops of London. Cool, what a sight!
Joined in the sweep tonight, are we?
Best view in the world, eh? Chimney, chim, chimney, chim, chim, chim. Our sweep is as lucky can be.
When he shakes hands with you,
All below me a kiss,
but
and that's lucky too. Oh, you're going now.
the wind has changed.
But the good kids married.
I'd be bothering with them if they weren't, but I can't help them if they won't let me.
So?
So, they've got to do the next bit on their own. Cheerio, Bert. Keep an eye on them for me.
Where's Mary Poppins? Gone. Gone? Listen, dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins. Just au revoir me. It's French. till we meet again.
Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them what sing chim chim chiree chim 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 chimney chim chim chiree chim
left. And now I've got all the work to do, getting the house ready to welcome her back. If you knew how hard it was to track her down. Really, ma'am, fancy that.
Ruby, it is her, isn't it?
I don't know who else it would be.
The note says till we meet again.
George, dear, you're going to be surprised.
Winifred, you know very well I hate surprises.
Oh, George, I do believe you're going to be proud of me. Hurry up, everybody. I want her to find everything. Spit, spot, spit, and span.
And stand.
Sense of excitement is all to her day. Water is retired. Thunder is retired.
Someone is resigned. The cherry tree
Good morning.
The Holy Terror! Ah!
Miss Andrew, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey. It was thoroughly unpleasant. Where did George go? I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment. It's not much of a house, is it? We like it. Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust there and there. Filth. Now just a minute. Ah, you must be the children. Pity. I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent boy! Why are you wearing those stockings?
I like them this way.
Tut, what manners! I can see there's not a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived you just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best fits the crime. Brimstone and shriek and carbolic stones. These are the tools of my trade. The spoonfuls of sugar don't ever hold, seeing that changes are made. Open!
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse. Open! Your son will go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I'm to take charge of her myself. Instead of whining or raging or whipping, dying or sobbing or sick, I fear it's clear that in these streets such bad habits flow. First the right into rot, then uncork the portal. Brimstone and treacle will Now show me to my room.
There's only one thing we can't do. Run away.
What are you two? What's the matter? Who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
Is she really as bad as all that?
She looks like something out of Easy Young. Miss Andrews used to be Daddy's nanny, which explains a lot. Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Tell you what, let's start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck.
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you? Lucky to shake a chimney sweep sound?
Michael, look, it's a real one. What's the matter? You've always wanted to fly, a proper kite. Well, I've always wanted to fly one with Daddy.
Of course you have. You need to know how it's done. Get some training in. You make it the proudest ball in the whole Lumen Empire.
Now let's go home and don't dawdle.
But we can't. She's there. She came as a surprise this morning for Daddy.
Did she? Well, maybe I'll be surprised for her. Why, how are you, Bert?
Welcome, Mary. You're so for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
Now, children.
Wait. Aren't we going to shake hands with Bert and good luck?
I don't need any luck. Thank you.
Not like that, you stupid boy. You stay there and clean the grates. Okay. So, you've decided to come crawling back, have you? Who are you?
I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. But you left without notice.
I'll come back without notice.
I see. And what do you expect me to do? You insolent person. How dare you speak to me this way? It's liquor. That's what they run away stop. The children want so much liquor when forced to drink every last drop. I brought up their father from the pride of death. You must be so proud of the way he turned out. A shining example of the law post. They all have their problems, but him more than most. I recognize fully that you are a bully. You small deeds as a pug. Well, now he's a cat, 'cause you natural bad. Brimstone and tree, justice you roll of sugar. Brimstone and tree, justice you roll of sugar. Brimstone and tree, go.
There, that's given her a taste of her own medicine.
Mary Poppins, where did you come from?
She came from
Michael?
Michael, Jane, you're very naughty to go running off like that. Now she'd be as angry as anything. If I weren't so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrew?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give a reason, man.
Good evening, ma'am. We found this one wine in the park. Good night, ma'am.
George?
Where is she?
Miss Andrew? She left. George, Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Well, I wonder if I might have a word. Things have not been going well for us since you left us, and
About my wages, sir. I shan't take any just now. I shall prefer to let them accrue.
only if you knew how many payments were accruing as it is.
Now I must get started. Jane, Michael, Swiss spot.
Come along, darling. After so many years of good service, you made a wrong decision. What's the worst that can happen?
Winifred, if I'm to be dismissed by the bank, we'll be destitute.
We'll still have what really matters, the children and each other.
Is that locket new? What's inside?
A portrait.
Whose?
You'll know when the time comes and not before.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you?
I'll stay with Jane Graves.
What chain? Where?
Let's wait and see.
we are awfully small and unimportant.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. They seem so big down in the nursery, but up here...
That's more like it. Our troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a bit higher up. Here come me pals. Go away in the dirt and soot. Cobwebs that swept away, hang around the face. We may all come on later. Smart is always right. When you need a helping hand, we try to step in, just in should you need them.
Back to the parlor!
What's all this? What is all this? Special delivery. Cheerio, Governor. Not so fast. Go to your room. Jane, you too. Mary Poppins, would you be good enough to explain?
First of all, I'd like to make one thing quite clear.
Yes?
I never explain anything.
It's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Tonight?
We might as well face it. In just a few hours, I'll have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
Are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we'd better make some plans. Well, I never. So that's where I put them.
What are they?
Gingerbread stars I once hid from my nanny. I used to dream that once I grew up I'd learn everything there is to know about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm usually not sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
It's that Poppins woman, she's responsible for all this.
I know her. What's that thing she's always saying? Spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. If you do add water to tea and cake.
Excellent advice. What did you buy with them?
Nothing yet, and now we've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this?
She hasn't said a word. We thought maybe a little extra cash might loosen things up a little. Good night, Daddy. We do love you, you know. Mommy, Daddy's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But always remember that he loves you very much, and that's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
So then, are you going to the bank with him tonight?
I'd like to go, but I'm afraid it just isn't possible.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can let it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a card just spade.
Anything can happen.
It's a marvel.
You could be a butterfly or just a larva. Stretch your mind
Beyond fantastic,
dreams are made of.
strong, elastic.
Take some sound advice and don't forget it. Anything can happen if you let it. If you reach for the stars or you get on the stars, but we've found a whole new space. If you reach for the heavens, you'll get the stars.
Feed the birds, sir? Only Thomas bag.
I take it as a great favor if you kindly feed them for me.
Thank you, sir.
Banks, you turned down a scheme that was bound to make millions, and we want to know why.
Then I'll tell you. I refused Mr. Von Hustler's scheme because it was hollow. He talked about assets, profits, and growth, but there wasn't a word about people.
People, sir.
I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
My dear chap, Von Hustler's scheme has ruined our rival in the nastiest scandal since records began. We don't want your apologies, we're offering ours.
Oh my word.
And another thing, do you remember giving a loan to a fellow called Northbrook? Well, he's repaying it now and opening up 2 new factories. With the percentage you negotiated, we look set to make a fortune.
Oh my word.
That's just it. We very much hope you might tell us how you did it. Just give us the word, it'll be quite safe with us.
Give you the word? Give you the word? I'll give you the word, alright? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Forgive him. It's not his fault. It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrew.
The Holy Terror! She told me everything
Then now's your chance to forget it.
Don't worry, it's all right, darling. I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
By way of recompense, we'd like to offer you the job of senior manager with the salary at double,
Exactly how much has he made for you?
triple, quadruple your present rate.
Close your mouth, George. We're not a codfish.
Well,
Accept. But you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed?
Winifred, I'm afraid I've underestimated you.
Oh, George. Disappearing.
Go on, chase your dreams, you won't regret it. Anything can happen if you let
You're a fine boy, Michael Banks. One day you'll be a fine man.
I hate when you talk like that.
Like what?
Oh, gentle lady. I wish you were cross. Do be cross again, Mary Poppins.
Those are the things I give for the trouble I've taken.
That's better.
Now, go back to the nursery. With every job when it's complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. Though in your heart you like to stay, to help on their way. You've always known they must do it alone. They're practically perfect, and I hope it remains so.
Look, it's Mary Poppins' jacket. Oh, the chain's broken. Don't you remember? I'll stay till the chain breaks. What's inside it? It's a picture of the three of us. She signed it. From Mary Poppins with a great deal of love.
Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? How peculiar.
She'll be back. Now what do you think of this?